What is up, YouTube? Welcome to this episode 3 Taboo review. So, Taboo is continually, so far in the third week, being one of, if not the, may not be the best show on television, obviously, because, well, it has a lot of problems, but it's continuing to be one of the best designed shows, I think, at the moment on television. It's a lot of fun to watch. And while it's not the most historically accurate, which is what I was hoping it would be when it first started, it's definitely more of a pulp Victorian novel as opposed to a actual biopic. So we're getting this stylized kind of steampunk look of this time, but like the steampunk, etc., it's not really accurate to its time. So we have Delaney's problems multiply this time. So he's actually survived his assassination attempt, which we find out was conducted by the East India Company, which is no surprise because they definitely did get up to some very, very shady shit back then because, well, they ruled most of India using their powers and being able to buy all of the tea and then sell it back in the UK where we absolutely could not get enough of it. And this will and this power was actually kept by using force and also, like I said, some very, very shady shit. So we've got Delaney getting up to his own things here and actually almost getting a win here by having the rights for his father's ex-wife and actually coming to some sort of a deal with her as she wants to have half the house and, well, she doesn't care about the land one bit. I'm not sure why. That would actually be worth quite a lot more. But we've also got the third player, which we were revealed last week. We've actually got the Crown, who seem a lot more interested in what is happening. So the Crown do seem, well, not the Crown, that is, the staff around our monarch who just doesn't really give a shit. It's the staff who are getting worried about East India Company's actual kind of influence over in India. And, well, like they said, when this happens, it becomes a crown matter. So it looks like they're sort of playing off both sides. So we've got the Delaney versus East India Company, but then we've also got the monarchy there pulling the strings or trying to play these two off against each other. Will that work? I don't actually know. I don't think it really will. But then again, it is the government and the monarchy. So the monarchy pretty much was very, very strong back then, and a lot more stronger than they are now, obviously. So by the end of the episode, the whole issue with the ex-wife has gone. He is able now, possibly as of next week, to carry on his trading company in peace without her and actually get to do what he wants because, well, this matter will be sort of resolved and he will get to have all of the land to himself. But obviously, you've got his brother-in-law who is actually causing headaches for him, and the fact that, well, Delaney seems to love his sister more than he actually should, and he's not really in the best frame of mind when he's near her. So we've got that weird subplot going on there, which I don't really think is that strong, and the show could possibly work a lot better if it didn't have that weird kind of romancing your sister plot, which it's not Game of Thrones. It's just not Game of Thrones. Let's not go there. Let's not go there. But the show is getting a lot more intriguing as time goes on. He's sent Lorna to Paris with these weird, spooky diamonds, all the while trying to actually exorcise the ghost of his mother. So there is that. So, a bit of a weird episode this week. but the plot points are all spinning and they are all moving forward. And as always, it is very, very cool to see Stephen Graham in this show because I'm a huge fan of his work, especially as Al Capone on Boardwalk Empire and also in the This Is England movie and also TV show. So yeah, Taboo is actually carrying on to be pretty good. I was a bit iffy in the first episode. It's very slow, it's very long, but I kind of feel like the storytelling can be told a lot quicker, and we kind of need to see more of these characters other than Tom Hardy, because the episodes, especially this episode, we could have learnt a lot more of this stuff and learned more about the other characters, such as when he goes and finds his friend he knew who works for the East India Company, when he now has a spy in the company, which is only going to end badly for this poor guy who doesn't want people to find out that he's gay because, well, being found out to be gay this time is not a good thing at all and could be very dangerous for him. So he's got to spy on this very dodgy organisation. So I kind of feel that we could have learned more about characters, more about the East India Company. Maybe we'll learn more about things as they go on, but obviously Game of Thrones is not told from the perspective of just one person. And here I feel that if we learn more about the characters, the other players in the game, well then it'd be a lot more interesting. But this is more about Delaney's revenge plot, so there is that. But that's it for this video. Please do drop a like. Please do subscribe. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.